glad that you guys are showing up today and give me a thumbs up and all that stuff if you're here. Today we're actually discussing something brand new. Not something that I'm usually used to discussing. I really never thought about discussing it until I was asked to do it. Amazon FBA. Most people do not know that I have multiple streams of income. I do not just build systems. I also, for the last over 8 years, have been selling on Amazon. And Amazon FBA, excuse me, is actually what it is, excuse me, I'm trying to get this dang thing to work. And I don't want it to play on my phone. Well, it can. Whatever, it can have fun. Amazon FBA is really, really cool. So, hey, good morning. It means that it's fulfilled by Amazon. So pretty much what I do is we have products, we ship them to Amazon, we pay Amazon money, and they do everything for us. And I'm going to show you a little bit about this because this is a little bit huge. And guys, I have my camera like kind of weird, so excuse that a little bit. I have it set up on my, it's being held in place by a coffee mug. Go figure. So with Amazon FBA, I'm actually going to show you my actual live account. We sell fishing weights, and that's not how we got started. We actually got started by doing something called retail arbitrage, which is we went shopping at Walmart and we would go buy products that were at a discount. We would use the Amazon seller app and scan it to see what the profit was, how much it was going to cost us. We would figure out our shipping because we kind of knew it. And then what we would do is we would just be like, hey, that's awesome. Okay. And we'd buy them. Then we would package them up and ship them in. Believe it or not, one of our biggest sellers was actually tanning lotion. Snooki's tanning lotion. Our Walmart had it at the end of the season, and it was a huge seller. We bought it all and sold it all within like a week. The next thing that we sold was actually deer stuff, deer hunting stuff. I don't know, some shampoo or washing stuff so that you don't have a scent and the deer wouldn't smell you when you're out hunting. So you can see you can have anything. You aren't really restricted with what you are allowed to sell unless it is a name brand. For example, we actually trademarked Shrimpy Joe, which is our fishing weights. They are trademarked. The name is trademarked. We are the only ones authorized to sell it. This is big for big business stuff, such as Mattel. Don't even try to sell anything Apple on there. You know, they're just going to tell you that you can't. That's all they're going to do. So you use the Amazon seller app to be able to scan when you're doing that, and that helps. Then I moved into online arbitrage at the same time that we were going shopping at Walmart. Literally, Joe and I would go shopping maybe once a week, get a whole bunch of stuff, and ship it out the next day. I mean, we would sit there, label it all, and ship it on out. But we were on a regular Walmart shopping trip, right? It's just that our shopping trip would be longer. Then I started doing it online. Why? Because I could sit there, and there are a ton of programs out there that you can pay for, which will go out and show you what's selling, and you have to be a little bit wary of that one. And it's the same type of thing. You go through, you see what the profit margin is going to be, and you decide if you're going to sell it or not. I can tell you things change very quickly. So sometimes if you think that you found a good deal, and then all of a sudden you get the product in, and you're not allowed to sell it. This is why I have stayed away from drop shipping, though I know a lot of people do very well with drop shipping. I've also seen more people lose their shirts with drop shipping. Why? Because they're not making the sales. And all of a sudden, 50 people are looking at it. Guys, if you look at places like Alibaba and AliExpress, all these different places that do drop shipping, or just regular shipping to you. You're buying these products, especially right now. I mean, I can't get anything. There's huge news out there right now about Target not even being able to get their inventory in, and they have a bunch of stuff that's not even selling anymore. So you can be a little bit stuck, and you're kind of at the mercy of their shipping. So that's why I was never big on that. And you can do Amazon, which is for sale by the seller, where I could ship out my own products and go ahead and send it. That's just a pain in the ass, and I have no desire to do it. I would rather pay Amazon and work it into my fee structure. I'd rather pay them to deal with it. And they deal with the customer service. They deal with the returns. They deal with all of that. And then if there is a product returned, it's shipped back to me. And then, if we're looking at it, and we have this happen at least once or twice every few months, where people, will send them 10 and a package of 10, and we get like 8 back. So they use 2. I mean, what else are you going to do with it? So let me show you what a screen looks like. It's very, very simple to sign up to do this. You just have to have an Amazon account, create an Amazon seller account, and start listing things. You need your EIN number and all of that, tax ID stuff. All of that is pretty basic to start any type of business. But this is one of those things that, you have to really think about. And it's the fees that people need to pay attention to. And that's what I'm going to show you, because a lot of people don't pay attention to the fees. They just go into this. This is my actual Seller Central. As of right now, my husband and I, we only sell our products. Our products are made with recycled lead from shooting ranges. So it's, it's a niche market. My husband came up with the idea. He was a genius that way. Found some veterans actually that make these and make them up to our standards, and we ship them out. And this year it's actually not as busy as we have been in the past, and that's only because we don't have as much inventory, and that's us. It's for us. It's not that big of a deal. We're not that stressed about it. We lost one of our manufacturers. He got deployed somewhere else and would not be able to do it anymore. So, hey, it's his career. Knock yourself out. We'll talk to you later when you're able to. But this shows you open orders. We sell only, since COVID, we only sell on US. We have tried out the Canadian and the Mexican market. Our products, though, are limited because of what they are. So that's one of those things that you do need to check out if you're trying to be special. Like, our products can't be used even in the US, in certain lakes, because they're not allowed to have lead. California is a great example. California, I think, is a great example on a lot of things. But today's sales, we've sold 3 units, $55. Blah, blah, blah. It tells you your buy box wins. We're at 100% because we are branded. So, we did the trademark. And to be honest with you, we did the trademark this past year. And that was it. We've been doing this for 8 years, and it just took a whole bunch of, it took us years to get to that point. But what I want you to see is the reports, because I just had one. And you get paid every 2 weeks. So they have this nice, pretty chart, and you can see it in your app as well, which is really cool. I'm hardly ever on here. But guys, I want you to take a look at what the expenses are, okay? The Amazon fees itself are $360. So this is where you really need to pay attention when you're going through and figuring out what you're going to sell. How much are you actually going to make? So this is what was sold. This is what their fees were. I mean, they had a promo going, Amazon fees, FBA fees. This is what got charged for shipping and some other stuff. And that's what was deposited into my account. Actually, I think that this is what's now. Yeah, this one's open. So this is this, it just started on the 3rd. We're there. The sales were $718. These are expenses. So you can see that it's kind of like looking at it, and this is where a lot of people back off. And this is where a lot of people get nervous, and you should be nervous. I'm being completely honest with you right there. You should be nervous over doing this, and this is where people lose their shirts. First of all, we've had a lot of people. My husband was in a group that was doing this, and there's a woman that would buy pallets of stuff. She spent her entire life savings on pallets from China for something she got authorized to sell. She was so excited over it. She got permission to sell Marvel character toys or whatever. They came in, they were not Marvel. So can you imagine spending your entire life savings on something? She didn't read the fine print on it, and so then she got screwed over. So we take it and we look at it. I mean, I don't know how far back this goes. This goes back to, yeah, this one doesn't go back to. So you can see this pay period was $426. You can still see it's right around 50%, guys. It's right around 50% if you're doing it. So how do you figure this stuff out? Let me show you. I don't need to do that. We'll manage FBA theme. So here are our products. All right, you can see we only have 9, and one of them we don't ever sell, so it's not going to be selling. We do not sell it anymore. I'm just not deleting it in case he wants to add it at some point. Each of these has a unique barcode. I do print those out on a standard label printer. I have a Dymo printer, but you can see here's our pricing for it. You can have business pricing if you sell business pricing stuff with quantity discounts. We do not do that. Inbound, there's 45 on the way. There's 7 that are available. 8 are reserved. You can see this tells you the breakdown. So if I'm out shopping for things like at Walmart and we decide we're going to go ship some other stuff in, I can go and I can actually scan the barcode on the UPC symbol on the back of a product, and it will show me. You can type in how much you're about to pay for it, and then, Walmart doesn't do tax exempt easily. Most of their cashiers or anything have no clue what you're talking about. So we don't even bother with that. We'll go ahead and pay the tax. So we do average that in. So say it's a $10 item, including tax. It will tell me what the referral fee is, which, guys, this is your advertising fee, and these are your expenses. So it tells you this is how much you're going to make off of it. So how much profit are you making off of that once you sell one? And this is what you need to go through for every single item as you do it. When we actually started out, my first adventure with this was, believe it or not, I sold over 700 books. That was from my basement. And all I did was go through with the app. You can see down here, download the Amazon Seller mobile app. And the mobile app is amazing. It keeps getting amazing. But I went through all of the books before we moved. I mean, guys, I've been homeschooling for 18 years. Can you imagine the number of books? And we won't even discuss my addiction, because this is like before Kindle was out. Books were not a thing. So I would buy all my books. I swear that half of my own allowance for spending went to books. And gosh forbid, if like someone had like pre-releases and you can buy them, I'd be buying all of them. But I would sit there and I went through every single book with my Amazon Seller app to see if it was worth something or not. If it was not, then I would put it in one pile. If it was, I would go ahead and list it. And I did not need on books. Books are very interesting unless you want specifically to have it, your specific book tracked. Then sometimes it's, then sometimes you can sit there and you can put a barcode on it if you want it specifically tracked for you. If you're not worried about that, if you're not stressed about that, then all you need to do is ship it in. You don't need to change anything else. And when it sells, then they will mark it down for you, you know? And so when you're on Amazon and you're shopping and you see there's different ways that you might see something, and I'll actually bring it up over here. But let me find it. And then I can share the screen. And guys, if you have questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments, because this is real, it's very different. And I do not have, just to kind of let you know, I don't have an Amazon store. We've never done that. We've never really wanted to, and honestly, we've never needed to. So it's a little bit different than some people will show you. So I want to do Chrome tag, this one. So this is actually, let's see, hide on, show on stream, there we go. So this is if you shop for our stuff, it shows you right there that it's ours. Then comes up, it tells you how many are left in stock, order soon, it ships from Amazon, sold by eye to eye height. That's how you know it is not an Amazon product. That is how, if you are looking for things, this is kind of nice. This is from a small business, support small businesses. We are an Amazon choice on this because not as many people sell them. And it kind of tells you, if here's down here, here's some other people that sell pretty much the same thing. You don't really care. We have our things. We did have, before we got our trademark for Shrimpy Joe, we had people that were piggybacking on top of ours. And it's actually a really good feeling after so many years to kick them all off. But any of our bad reviews have actually not been from our products. Amazon will usually take those off for you, but it didn't hurt really. I mean, if it was hurting me big time, and we did do it on, I think, like 2 out of the number that we've sold, and I don't even know how many we've sold. But it's really helpful. But the same thing can be said with anything that you see. If we look up books, you'll see like who it's shipped by and who it's sold by. Sold by Amazon means, of course, it's sold by Amazon. And you can see, here's us. Tells the address and everything else. So that sort of thing will go ahead and work. And it shows you our storefront, got that. And people ask us questions. It's a storefront, but it's not a pretty storefront. Yeah, Amazon is very, very high. But if you think about it, guys, where do you go shopping? Where do you go shopping for stuff? I think last year, let's see, show on screen this one. I forget what my actual numbers were for last year. They have a ton of reports, guys. I've never seen anyone, let's see, year to date apply. Average sale they have it all. Last year we did 80,000, so we did 40,000 in sales for us. Yeah, and you're paying for that advertising, and it's, a lot of people will say, oh, I don't want to pay that. I don't want to do that. Guys, work it into your product if you can, and if you can get the percentage out of it. Going back to the very, very beginning of this, when I said that we sold those tanning lotions, I don't even remember what it was. I think it was like an indoor tanning lotion by Snooki, and we bought them all for $2 a piece. Well, they sold for $24. So the percentages and everything like that, it totally paid off based on what we were doing. And so do these. I mean, we don't make a huge profit margin on it. That is just us. Over the years, we've slowly increased some of our pricing, but you can kind of see, and if I could go back, I don't know if it will go, I don't know if it will let me go to last year. Let me see if I click. No, that's not fun. Last year was really kind of cool. 2019, though, was amazing. Um, it was an odd thing because people were going outside. So it was just very, very different. But you can see, detail sales pages. I do not do any advertising. I do not pay for anything else. I think it's $24 a month for me to sell on Amazon. Um, that's all I pay and their fees. And then that's it. We just send in product when we have it. We don't sit there and worry about what everyone else is doing as much because it's not we're either selling or we're not. If we, it's not something that we absolutely have to do. Like we had 4 boxes go out yesterday. The UPS man does not like us. Our boxes are around 50 pounds a piece. These are very, very heavy items. So it's a very different market. But like I said, where else if you can't find something, where do you go? And right now, especially over the last couple of years, I'll just buy it on Amazon. I'll just get it on Amazon. I mean, I can even tell you an example of yesterday. I saw an ad for something and I was like, oh, I didn't want to click on the ad. Because then I'm going to see the ad 50 million times, right? So instead, what I did was I went into incognito mode and went and shopped on Amazon. And, then I can pick it up there and it was the same price and I don't have a bunch of people sending me ads on my Facebook page. So about something I was just curious about. I mean, how many of us need to see, I don't know, those clips that hold your towels in place? I just, I mean, I don't need to see ads. Once I buy the damn things, I'm not going to buy them again. It's a package of six sets. I mean, holy crap. There's only 2 of us that go to the beach like that. The biggest thing to do is your research. Play with it. It's free to get started. And then as you start adding products to sell, I don't worry about any credit card fees. I don't worry about advertising. It's Amazon. I mean, it's totally worth it. So imagine how much money a place such as Walmart puts into, their advertising. Well, they're advertising. Walmart, Target, all of those places are doing the advertising and spending that money to advertise to you. I don't even want to know what Amazon's budget is for advertising. I mean, holy crap, the number of ads that come up on just me scrolling through Facebook for stupid stuff, guys. I've never looked for a car antenna this morning, ever. But this morning I had like 50 million things. Yeah, it's fun. And, it's fun to try. We had a blast going every weekend. We would go, believe it or not, we did yard sales too. Yard sales, we'd go find unwrapped or wrapped products and books, and we would find those. And we've done storage units where I bought an entire storage unit full of books. And I went through and scanned them and shipped them in as needed. Um, it's fun. Joe and I both had a really good time doing it. It was kind of like a date day. We would just go shopping at Walmart and go through and scan. And then, we have like 5 different Walmarts in this area. So if we found something really good, like that tanning lotion thing that we found, we would go check out the other Walmarts to see if they had it. And then, sometimes we would say, well, this Walmart had it for this price. Can you guys match it? Can you guys help? And they would. We'd show them the receipt and we're like, well, buy them all if you match this price. And they've been able to do that on certain things. So we didn't need to get anything special. to do it. We didn't need anything. We didn't need to stress over whether or not a product. This is one of the things I hate about drop shipping, is that how often do trends change? You can even look at this. This is my report for the last couple of months. Look, next to nothing. Oh, let's go up here. Why? Because all of a sudden kids are getting out of school and now they're starting to shop. So it's a lot of fun if you aren't stressed about it. Yeah, I mean, for us, it's the same type of thing. It's like an extra, think about it. Even half is definitely helpful. I mean, an extra, if I think about it, an extra 10,000, hot damn. We did 40,000 this year, last year in sales from this business with only working probably, I don't know, Joe does it. Joe does all the packaging. I just print out the labels and make sure everything gets shipped. And he deals with the sellers, or vendors for it. But, he probably spends a couple of hours a month, maybe, doing it. And then we ship them out. And then, we had 4 boxes ship out yesterday. We won't do them for another 2-3 weeks. He might send me, I think when I was in Florida for 3 weeks, he sat there and he sent me one thing that said, here, I need labels for this. And I went in and I did it and I sent it over and I scheduled a UPS pickup from there. So it's definitely almost a no-brainer if you do it. 40,000 was pretty much our lazy year. I think one of the years that we were really working this, I think that we were at like 120. Yeah, you just, that's what Levi's job is. That's his job. Actually, I could totally see him getting addicted to it too, because the retail arbitrage is a lot of fun. I mean, we seriously stay away from electronics. You won't get permission to sell those on Amazon. We mixed it up with eBay. eBay is a little bit more of a pain in the ass, but yeah, Joe would go there without me. I'd be like, I really do not want to go to Walmart today. He'd be like, okay, I'm out of here. I'll see you in a little bit. And he'd come home with boxes of stuff. So, the app tells you whether or not you're allowed to sell it. It tells you what your markup could be. You put in, okay, well, if I sell it for this, because this is what it's selling for on Amazon and I pay this, how much am I physically going to make? Now think about your shipping costs. We average for us right now, we're almost at $2 per item is what we tell people, or is what I tell people for shipping. That's on bigger items. We usually say $1 to $2 on average, because I can tell you in the last month, my shipping cost has almost doubled. And then I have a cost for a pickup because I'm lazy. Well, we don't want to. We could save that money and take it to the UPS store. Totally doable. We print out the labels here and take it in, and we don't have to do anything else. But we now have them pick it up because it saves us, half an hour doing it. And but now I have to discuss it because it went up, like it doubled. Thank you, gas prices. So there's just a lot of different things. If you guys have questions while you're going through it and everything, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to help. I absolutely love talking about this stuff. I just never knew anyone wanted to listen. And that's, for me, that's always fun. So you guys have a great day. I'm going to be out of here. I'm jumping over into the Level Up Your Virtual Assistant business in about 15 minutes to discuss this type of business, but from the aspect of being a virtual assistant for this type of a business. What's needed, I'm going to cover not only Amazon, but I'm going to cover Etsy. And yeah, you guys just have to ask. I have done a lot of things. But we're going to discuss Amazon, Etsy, Poshmark, all of those things. What does the virtual assistant need to do in those type of situations, and how does it help? How can you help the owner, and some of the restrictions that are on certain things for people? So guys, I've absolutely loved it today. I really need to go get a drink and to get ready for the next one. And I'd love to see you over there. If you need that link, I'll drop it in the comments in a minute. All right. Thanks, guys.